What's good, everybody? The Rest Hold Podcast, episode 20, coming at you live, bright and early, on the holiday weekend. One of us had the finger on the pulse of Survivor Series.
Wargames.
And Wargames. Called Wargames from the start. And one of us
So much.
Did not.
Not so much.
Yeah. But anyway, the show brought to you, as always, by your boys, Tanner Fred and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up.
Finger on the pulse is always here. Me, him, started high, trending down. But
Rough pay-per-view for me.
Yeah, very rough. It was Owen for a little bit.
It was Owen.
Up until
I finished strong. Ended on a boom.
Won your last two?
Yeah.
Won your last two? Not bad.
Ended on a boom.
Started on a bust.
But guys, pay-per-view. We were there.
We were there.
The crowd
live
was rocking.
from the Barclays Center.
The crowd was rocking until, for the most part, there's a couple people that got no pop. Big E, one of them.
Big E got no. Drew didn't get a pop.
Drew didn't get a lot of pop.
At all.
But it is a long pay-per-view.
It is.
It ran from, first match at 7:30 till
11:30. Yeah.
So full 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of downtime in there.
No.
So it is a lot. But let's get started. Let's get right into it. A little recap. Any initial thoughts?
We thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I know things around the internet saying it wasn't that good. I can understand a lot of those points. It's always better when you're there.
Right.
So,
I think the way I see it is if you take the pay-per-view in a vacuum and you just look at the matches are all good.
Yeah.
I think the matches were all good.
Except for one, but...
Right, okay. Fair. Very fair.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the storytelling and the building of feuds and protecting of superstars and stuff, specifically the men's Survivor Series match, it could have been done better.
Yeah, 100%. Personally, I had no problem with Kevin Owens walking out. I know that was a big point for a lot of people. I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it really fit the whole thing that they're doing with his character now, where it's really just like, I care about me.
Yeah.
So why would he be in this match?
That's it. Everyone thinks I'm selfish. Everyone thinks I'm self-centered.
Sure,
Might
let's
as
do
well.
it. Yeah. So I like that part. I hated Drew and Bobby.
Yeah, the double count out did not work for me at all.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like what I was reading a little bit online was a very good point. It was like, then why even put him in the match?
That's it.
Just put two other people that can lose.
If your plan was to have Bobby get counted out, don't even have Bobby knock off the Mysterios.
Yeah. I guess that kind of builds the whole Mysterio's Pierce story a little bit more, but which is fine.
Right.
But you could have had Bobby just win and then not be in the match.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't like that at all. It was stupid.
But anyway, I said match of the night. I called it last week, and I think it stands true.
Yeah, it probably stands true.
Match of the night was Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I think they did a very good job of acting like they were stiffing each other, because they weren't. Mm-hmm. But it looked like they were.
Yeah.
I think that really helped the match a lot, especially early on.
I'm still getting worked. I still can't tell if they really don't like each other or if they're just working so well.
I feel like they probably aren't the best of friends as they used to be.
Right.
But I don't think it's that they hate each other's guts.
There's got to be a certain level of respect there, right?
I feel like there has to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably just like we'll each do our own things kind of thing, and then you just amped it up for TV.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's definitely more that than they actually hate each other.
Yeah, there's probably a little bit to that.
Yeah.
But really, match of the night. They went at it for 30 minutes.
A while.
30
yeah.
30
it was really
plus.
good. Yeah.
And not even for a second of it was I like, this match is boring.
No, not
let's
at all.
move on.
Yeah, it was really good.
They tore the house down. I'm very happy that it opened the card.
Yeah, 100%.
The only other
100%.
appropriate spot would have been to main event, and obviously you can't do that to
exactly.
two men. But that was a phenomenal match.
Mm-hmm.
Great start to the pay-per-view.
Yeah, really good start off point. After that kind of disappointing ending in the Damian match.
Yes.
So definitely a good way to pick up the actual start of the main card pay-per-view.
Let's just take one step back real quick because I forgot all about that. The Damian.
I hate this character more and more every week, personally.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's weird.
It wasn't good on Raw the following Monday either, but it wasn't good at the pay-per-view. I understand that they have to because that's what WWE has cornered themselves into. Champion versus champion, Survivor Series, that's what it is. This match should have never even happened.
No, it's fine. It happening is okay. I have no problem with that. The crowd is really behind Shinsuke.
Yep.
I mean, they're
crowd loves Boogs.
They love Boogs. But having Damian like be this like weird alter ego in the ring, it's fine. Like you can do that. Like it works if you do it right.
And I don't know
if
it's
just the way they're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's him or if it's the gimmick itself. Really, like,
I don't know if
it's very tailored to the Priest and the Damian.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if that's because they tried to make it, form to Damian Priest, or if it's he can't do this character.
But the problem is like that. There's not a clear distinction. I think is the real issue.
Right. Just getting
He's just
mad.
like more angry.
Yeah. Getting
like,
mad
that's not
in the ring isn't
like an alter ego.
No.
That's just you're angry.
Right.
So if they had made like a more clear distinction of like this is the Priest, this is the Damian, I think this character would be a whole lot better.
Right, it's kind of a blurred line.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Just as a quick tidbit of information, maybe a little fun fact: Rick Boogs' shirt sold out.
Sold out. Yeah. We talked about this a little bit about what that means or what that could mean. One, he obviously is popular.
Very popular.
Definitely, that means that. But it also could have been like a more limited run.
Right, just to see how he
just
does.
Like maybe they're printing 50,000 Roman shirts. They're only printing 5,000 Boog shirts. I don't know.
Right, but the fact that he's
still, it's sold out is still really good.
Good sign.
Yeah.
They definitely got something with Rick Boogs.
Yeah.
We'll need to see more when he becomes an actual wrestler.
What's crazy is like I'm kind of getting sick of him.
So I'm not there yet.
I'm getting there.
I'm
real close to getting there.
I think what happens is that every time I think I might get a little bored of it, Pat McAfee just does something outrageous.
Pat McAfee is the only reason I think I'm still invested.
Yeah, Pat McAfee helps them astronomically.
Because like I'm getting sick of like the playing the guitar during the match. Like I hate that. That's really
it's just a face
annoy
distraction.
Me. But it's so stupid.
I know it is.
It's really annoying. Because if I'm a wrestler, I don't care. Yeah. Like just keep wrestling.
The noise isn't going to affect me.
It's going to affect you. Yeah, like why isn't the guitar now going to be like taking me out of my hold? Like that's really dumb. I don't like that.
Right.
So I'm getting a little sick of that because it's the same thing every time. Like if you mix it up somehow, I don't know how you do it, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see Boogs get his solo push soon. I hope it is soon because, like you said, much more of it might not go great.
Yeah.
That kind of wraps that up. Though it was.
Yeah.
Shinsuke was in every position to win, and then the Damian. I don't know.
Yeah. I hate that I took a loss on that one.
Yeah, that doesn't really count.
It really shouldn't count, but it does. So.
Because technically that's Damian Priest winning, but it's a loss.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly.
So that starts the card 0-1. Then I had Charlotte in match of the night.
Big time Bex.
Becky wins, so that's
Big time Bex. This man is not allowed to say nice things about Becky ever again.
Listen.
Booing her out of the building.
Listen, guys.
Booing her out of the building.
We've all been to live shows. We all get it. I can like your work on TV, but if I want somebody else to win, you know what you're doing. You're cheering your like who you want to win. You're booing who you want to lose. It's that simple. I was booing Big E the whole night too. Guess what? Big E lost. And then when Roman leaves, I'm throwing the ones up like everybody else. Like every single person in the arena. Big E, I'm sure is somebody's fan favorite, right? I'm sure somebody loves Big E. Big E came out, the crowd was silent. Everyone stood up getting ready to throw their ones up. I'm not even exaggerating.
Nah, that's pretty true.
And then Roman comes out and it's just
the cameras. And
so don't let him,
I mean, I wanted Becky. I wasn't booing Charlotte. I appreciate her work.
I'm a passionate, I'm an animated fan. So if it comes down to it, I'm booing Becky. And then guess what? On Monday night, I'm cheering Becky. I'm talking about how she cut a phenomenal promo.
She did cut a great promo on Monday.
Yeah, awesome promo on Monday. We'll just jump to this match real quick because she talked about it a little bit. Yeah. She was doing like a little face thing there where she was like saving the women's division.
Yeah, and then buried them. All of them. Every single one of them.
So I think it's a universal consensus. The Women's Survivor Series match may have been the worst match of all time.
It was not the worst match of all time. It was bad.
It was a top.
It wasn't very good.
A bottom 3 match of all time.
No, it wasn't.
It was so bad. You're not understanding how bad it was.
Okay.
Like, if it's bad and you're sitting through it live, imagine how bad it was to watch on TV.
No, I'm sure it was bad. I watched a lot of bad Raws that had a lot of bad matches.
Okay, so it was the worst pay-per-view match of all time.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
It was so bad.
I would say it's the worst Survivor Series match of all time. Traditional Survivor
Series
match of all time. I'll give you that.
I'm getting it somewhere. Doesn't matter. It's the worst something.
I'll give you that one.
It was terrible. It was a 1 out of 10. If I can go lower, the only reason it's not a 0 is because they tried.
They did. And again, this isn't really like the women.
It was
like.
You have the talent in the match. It just did not work.
I feel like they never got going.
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong. I don't know where they if it was spots they were trying to hit that took time to set up. I don't know what it was, but it was terrible. Mm-hmm. It was so bad, and the crowd let them hear it. The crowd booed, and look, I did a lot of things there. I did not do the wave.
No, I don't like that.
I did not do the wave, and I did not boo them through the match because I do a lot of things, but I'm not going to be that disrespectful.
And that, I feel like a lot of the match wasn't the fault of the people in the ring.
Right.
It was the poor storytelling and bad spots that they had to do that made the match bad. It's not like they were wrestling poorly.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff with Liv and Tony was really good.
It ran long. Mm-hmm. And if you were setting up, which now we know the result, they were setting up for one person to run the gauntlet, that's why it's a bad match.
Yeah.
They didn't get there organically. They didn't get to Jeff Hardy being the last guy who had the major pop. They forced it to be Bianca at the end. And if that's what they were going to do, which we knew they did now, that's why the match was bad.
Yeah,
I think it was you were trying to get your means to meet the end rather than the other way.
And I feel like it's fun. It's bad, too, because they have examples of how to have people run the gauntlet well.
Yes.
And, Dolph Ziggler is the perfect one.
Yes.
Having him run the gauntlet in that way was phenomenal. And it made it, worthwhile and meaningful, instead of having Bianca just bury the entire SmackDown team.
Which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I put the video out.
The thing is, too, is, once it was, Bianca by herself.
We knew it.
There was no underdog on her side.
No.
Dolph was the underdog. Dolph was beaten, bruised, battered, and, scratching and clawing his way back. Bianca looked stronger than all of them from the beginning. Yeah. As soon as just her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna win. She's gonna beat them all.
Oh yeah, it was clear. It was so clear.
Even before Sasha got counted out, I'm like, she's gonna beat all of them.
Yep, 100%. 100%. And that kind of brings us back to what I said about Monday night. So Becky's cutting this phenomenal promo. She's like, you guys always want something, fresh, and you want something new, and they're working hard. And what do? You boo them, And then she's trying to give them some credit, and then she goes, I would boo them too, because none of them can hold a torch to me. They couldn't wash my jockstrap, is pretty much what she said. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, now I'm definitely never going to cheer for them again.
Yeah. She's like, I wouldn't cheer for them too, because they suck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, Becky.
When your top woman who now is, she beat Charlotte, she is the top woman, she's telling you the rest of the division sucks, the rest of the division sucks. Yeah. WWE's got to do something about it. They forced a tag team switch on Monday.
I liked it. I was okay with that.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. But now you're in the same problem.
The exact
There's
same problem.
There's still no other tag teams.
There's not a single tag team. Just get rid of the belt.
Yeah.
Honestly, just get rid of the belt. It was cool. When they started it, there were tag teams. They had the Iconics. They had the Riot Squad. They had Sasha and Bayley. They had teams.
Yeah. Now there's no
Now there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Or just, start intertwining NXT. Who knows?
But, but they're never going to do that. Because it's... They could have before. Now I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Because now it's separate.
Yeah.
So.
Let's circle back to the pay-per-view recap. What we're all here for. Mm-hmm. We move on from Charlotte and Becky.
I thought the tag match was really good.
RK Bro and the Usos.
I thought they did a really good job. Another win on my column there.
Yeah, I had the Usos.
Yeah.
The RKO spot
was good.
It's good.
I think it was very good storytelling, more than the actual spot.
Yeah.
Because it was Randy's I'll just let Riddle take the splash, but I'll take Uso at the same time.
Yeah.
Which has kind of been Randy's MO, well, if Riddle gets hurt for us to win, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any complaints. We kind of went in depth on this one last week about where the stories could go either way. Mm-hmm.
Riddle this week was funny.
Riddle was so funny.
Riddle was funny.
Very, very funny.
Got the Randy goguatee and everything. It was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I got no complaints about that match. It's four guys that know how to work. It's four guys delivered.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I got nothing bad to say about it.
That's it.
It was good. B.
A good match.
Solid B.
If the worst thing we can say about your match is I got no complaints. It's a good match.
Yeah, it didn't blow me out of the water,
it's
but
a good match.
I had nothing to complain about.
Not every match has to steal the show.
No.
Especially not when you have...
you need just good matches on cards.
Especially when you have Becky and Charlotte going.
And it was a good come-down match that ended up not being a come-down match.
Right. They still delivered, still performed. I mean, the crowd's always getting up for Randy.
Wait, were they second? Or were they third?
What would have been second?
Was the men's second? Or was the men's third? I can't believe... I don't think they went 2 back-to-back Survivor Series matches.
No, but they didn't. They had the... What's it called, too, right? The Battle Royale.
Oh, they did have the Battle Royale. Forgot about that.
We're drawing a blank on the order, but the tag match, good match.
Yeah.
Real good. Let's get into the Battle Royale.
What does there really say?
What's there to say? You know somebody who has the intros winning.
Yeah.
So all the people in the ring, you're just there. You're just filler.
You're fodder. Yeah. Cannon fodder.
Yeah. You're there. You're in the match. That's good.
When they gave Ricochet an entrance, I thought he was doing it. I thought for sure he was going to do it.
Because you could have wrote off Omos like any other giant where it's like the whole ring takes him out. And then, you know what? That's not even a loss for Omos.
Not at all. You lost to 55 people.
Big Show's done that a million times. Kane, Mark Henry, all of them. Every good giant
Great Khali,
Every big, like, every
You got
giant.
eliminated by 15 grown men.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It happens. But at the end of the day, they got something with Omos. Yeah. They know they have something with him.
Yep.
They're all in on him. So why not let him run the gauntlet, you know? He comes in, he clears house. He dominates everybody.
Ricochet is very quickly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, and you know what?
Really fast. Really fast.
One Ricochet is extraordinarily talented. I think we sing his praise like every week.
He might be the most underrated person on the roster.
Yeah, I think so. But second point is, we like him so much. Is it because he's the underdog all the time?
I don't think so.
Like, we know he's never going to win, so we just keep rooting for him?
No, because I want him. I think he'll get a belt.
No, I know. I want him to.
No.
And, like, I liked him when he was U.S. champ for that little stint, but I didn't love him. I like him much more now.
I mean, I've watched a little bit of his stuff. Well, he's definitely better now, character-wise.
Yes. Yeah.
I've watched a little bit of his stuff outside of WWE. Like, I know he had a pretty well-known match with Will Ospreay and everything.
That was insane.
Like, he's really good.
Yeah, he's very talented.
I think he could be a world champ. Talent-wise, in the ring, I think there's no issues with him being a world champ.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You can
I think they got to build his character a little bit.
You got to let him cut promos too, because it's not fair to him that like his thing that's lacking is his mic skills.
Yeah.
So you have him in these feuds, just let him talk a little bit.
Yeah. Or put him with somebody.
Yeah.
Let him be with somebody. I don't know who. You'll find somebody. Let him be with Paul. Let Roman. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. It doesn't have to literally
get him a mouthpiece. Get him a
mouthpiece.
Or just let him practice.
You know what he needs? He needs Malcolm Bivens.
Man.
Malcolm Bivens to do wonders for
Part
Ricochet.
Part of the diamond mine.
Do
Ricochet.
wonders for Ricochet.
Maybe. Malcolm Bivens is awesome.
Yeah, great.
Can't say enough good things about him.
Him and Paul are like 1A, 1B, I think. Paul's 1.
I think it's 1 and then 2.
But it's not it's not a far 2.
No, Malcolm's good, but
they're a different type of good.
Paul's a different animal.
They're a different type of good, too.
Paul's a different animal.
Yeah.
So yeah, Omos, I mean, the guy gets his first big like standalone victory. Like everyone sees you, you're the guy who won.
It wasn't AJ.
Series.
Yeah, you won.
AJ was eliminated a decent amount of time before that.
Yeah,
so
he was.
It wasn't any interference, anything like that. Good to see AJ come in and still like celebrate with him though.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that. Don't make it any like heel turn or.
No, yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'm excited to see where they go with Omos.
I would have been excited if they'd done like a AJ Omos last 2, like knuckle touch, let's do it kind of thing. But I understand why they didn't.
I for sure thought that's where they were going.
I thought it would have been really cool.
But that's good for Ricochet too.
Yeah,
to be the last guy standing against Omos. And granted, he held his own for 20 seconds, but you made him look good.
Yeah. Ricochet looked respectable.
Yeah.
Until he was fighting until he got caught.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly how it would be.
Yeah, good big man beats a good small man every time.
Yeah, every time. So yeah, I like that a lot. Like Ricochet.
Yeah.
The one and only.
The real life superhero, Nikki ASH. No, Ricochet.
Never that. Never, ever that.
Yeah. So let's go. The big men's Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
My initial thoughts were, that's why Jeff Hardy gets kept around.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
100%.
I mean, we talked about it while we were there. We talked about it while we watched Raw. But me personally, I haven't heard a live pop bigger than what I heard for Jeff Hardy.
That is one of the loudest live pops I've heard in a long time.
And
probably the only thing louder that I've heard, other than like the stuff in Mania, because Mania's Mania, like non-Mania stuff. Because I know I was at the Mania with like Stone Cold came back, Rock came back, like that was crazy.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, the Dudleys coming back was louder, and Sting as the statue was louder.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah. That was...
And Seth returning.
The Dudley return was sick. Yeah, that was big. But
the point is, it was really loud.
The crowd
was going nuts for Jeff.
And you would think like this is the first time they've seen Jeff Hardy in years.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's been here and on TV weekly for the last like 2 or 3 years.
And what's more crazy, like if he wins this, it doesn't mean anything.
No.
It's not like he was fighting for a world title.
No. And he hit the Swanton Bomb, and I mean the place.
Or when he pinned,
when
he pinned whoever was before.
Yeah,
was it Theory? When he pinned Theory?
It might have been when he pinned Theory, but the crowd just erupted like insane. Like, oh my God, Jeff Hardy's gonna do it. He's gonna. Example of he's gonna run the gauntlet. And granted, it was what 2 or 3 of them.
It was like 2 people,
but it doesn't matter. They were like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna overcome the odds, and that's organic pop. Granted, he didn't, and that's fine because Seth is the guy.
Because that was the right answer.
That's
too.
the right. Yeah,
the right result was Seth.
The right result was Seth
being. Yeah, you thought he was gonna.
Yeah.
But I'm Seth freaking Rollins.
But I'm just saying, like how they got there with Jeff. That's how you got to get there. You can't force Bianca to just let's get everyone else eliminated. Like, it doesn't hit the same.
No.
But I mean, in terms of the match, you got quality guys, and they must have performed at a level that Vince or someone backstage liked enough to have them go again on Monday night. That they trusted Austin Theory to go out there with Kevin Owens, with Seth Rollins, and main event Monday Night Raw for a title match with Big E.
Yeah, they must have really liked what Austin Theory did on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, he's really good. He's very, very good.
We have been saying this. Like, we've been saying this.
Before we even started the podcast.
Really high on Austin Theory.
He's very good. He's the future. He is the future.
What was his match of the year last year with Adam Cole?
I thought it should have been.
I thought it should have at least been a contender.
It was like a 45-minute match on NXT, and they just went.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Austin Theory is 1,000,000% the next guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt about it.
It's going to be like him and Breaker are the next, like, Cena and Randy.
Yeah.
Like, that's their guys.
Once they drop the selfie gimmick and he becomes, like, a little bit... He doesn't even have to be serious. He can still be funny.
Yeah.
He's the next...
Like, Cena was a funny guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
But, like, once they get him to have the funny and also, like, the locked in...
Yeah.
He's going to go to the moon.
He's an absolute mammoth.
Yeah.
Like, he's sick.
And he's, like, 23.
Yeah, what's he, 6'1", 6'2", like, 240.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the look that they look for. He's got the skill set that they look for.
Yeah.
As long as he touches up the mic work, and which is not bad.
Which is good. His mic work's good.
His mic work's really not bad. But once he starts cutting those, like, visceral promos, like, memorable promos, then it's like...
That's the thing that, like...
It's the guy.
You can be as good as you want in the ring. If you're not good on the mic, you'll never be great.
Right.
Like, you can't name me, like, a truly great superstar that was bad on the mic. Or even okay on the mic. The only one is, like, HBK. His mic work left some to be desired. But it wasn't bad.
No, and it wasn't bad. And he always, like... was able to at least play off who he's talking
100%.
to. So,
but if you look at, like, the greats, like Edge, Jericho, Austin, Rock, Cena, Randy, like, phenomenal, like, all-time Mike Towns, Angle, like, those kinds of... Oh, Angle's a little bit bad on the mic. Wasn't great, but...
But, you know, you got Angle for what he's worth.
Yeah, you got Angle for this ridiculous athleticism in the ring.
Yeah.
So... But those kind of, like, you need to be a good mic worker.
Yeah, if you're talking about all-time greats, it's the full package. Like, look at who's your all-time great right now. Like, obviously, Randy's still going, but the guy coming out of this generation, well, the two guys, it's going to be Seth and Roman.
Yeah.
And both of them can cut a mic with the best of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Roman
doesn't need Paul.
But the thing is, Roman learned that.
Yeah, he did.
Because he was bad.
But
he was bad on the mic.
Yeah, but that's important.
That's 100%.
And now he's the best. I think he's better than Seth, which maybe it's just the character. The character, like, the promos work better for me because I like the arrogant.
I feel like
heel champion.
I don't know if he's better, but I wouldn't call him worse. I would say that. I wouldn't say he's better, but I definitely wouldn't say he's worse.
And it's like when you had Brock Lesnar, right? You had him with Paul Heyman because he needed Paul Heyman. He needed Paul Heyman to talk. Roman's out there. I almost look forward to hearing Roman talk more than Paul.
Which I don't know if I agree with that.
You think Brock could cut his own promos?
I do. I don't think Brock was very good on the mic.
No, he's not the worst.
But I think that the allure of Brock was better when he didn't talk.
Yeah.
Because it fit his character better.
He's the beat.
It was just he's just an ass kicker.
Right.
He doesn't care about talking.
Yeah.
He's there to just beat you up and take whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Because if you look now, like Brock was good on the mic during his promos with Roman. Like he wasn't saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
But he was doing good work. And he didn't learn that in the meantime, you know? It's not like he wasn't going to promo class. So, like, he had that. Like, that was there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, in the same breath, though, Roman can hang with
100%,
Paul Heyman.
100%.
Brock would have never.
No, not at all.
But you're right.
Roman could talk with Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's the thing is, if you're building your next guy, if your prototype, the guy who the cardboard cutout of what you want is Austin Theory. So as long as they let him just keep working, because his promos aren't bad, he's doing backstage vignettes with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Do you understand like how highly they must think of Austin Theory that he's the person meeting with Vince McMahon? And
the same, comparison. Say what you will about people leaving. Sami Zayn is doing a backstage with Vince McMahon.
Yep.
They very highly value Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Everyone, I mean...
I know there's a lot of
you go to these live events, right, and you'll hear everybody talking about the dirt sheets and the rumor mill, and Kevin Owens is out of here, Sami Zayn is out of here, they're both going to AEW. Both of them are doing some of their best work.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, like you said, is backstage with Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn is on TV every single
week, sometimes more than once a week, which he will be this week.
Kevin Owens is in the main event picture again.
And he's next man up after Seth and Big E.
Keep in mind, he's always in the title picture somewhere, whether it's the mid-card title or the big title. Mm-hmm. But he went from facing Roman earlier this year to now facing Big E.
Yeah.
Like, he is in the main event picture. You can't be that unhappy.
No, I don't. And I look, you want your belts. Yeah. And I get that. And we talked about this. Kevin Owens will be champion soon.
Oh, yeah. He's going
to be champion soon.
Yes.
So I don't understand what you could be. I understand, like, is it everything backstage not very great? Sure.
You're nervous for your, job security because you see so many people. I get it. But
when you're someone in that kind of position, is AEW really going to be better for you? You're not going to be champ over there.
Look.
You're not. There's 800 people in line for that. You're not going to be champ over there.
And it's not to slander AEW.
Not at all. But that's not how they do their belts.
We went over it. Their roster is so bloated. They have 34.
We heard someone talking about, I hope AEW doesn't become WWE 2.0. So I was like, interesting. Mm-hmm. So I started listing off just who I could think of that's into AEW that had a legitimate run in WWE. Right. So not counting like the Jacksons, not counting Kenny, people like that, but people that were in WWE for a significant amount of time.
Right.
And then I went through the roster and looked at the actual website. I think I came up with 35 people.
Yeah. It's an unreal amount.
That's only former WWE people too.
And that's not to say it's bad, because they're talented people. Talented people should have jobs. They should work.
100%.
But you can't all go
to AEW.
Look at Andrade. He's already on the back shelf. Like, he's already taken a shelf.
And this is the thing, too, that we talked about. Like, they have a Raw. Mm-hmm. That's all they have in terms of time.
Well, actually, they have a Raw.
They have a Raw. Yeah. For their whole week, they have Raw.
Yeah.
WWE has an extra 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
And not that I'm saying it's right or wrong, but WWE's also churning out a pay-per-view every month.
Every single month.
So, like, you want to work, you'll get the opportunity to work. Mm-hmm. Like, you might not be doing it in the fashion that you'd like, but you're working.
Yeah. And say what you will about, like, AEW Dark, but no one's watching that.
No, I'm not watching YouTube. It doesn't matter.
It gets, like, 500,000 views, maybe.
And, like, sure, is that good? Is that showcasing your talent? Yeah, sure it is. But your general public, which is kind of back to that Roman, interview, nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know most of their roster.
I don't know a lot of their roster.
I know a good amount of it. I know all 35 guys from WWE.
WWE, and I know, like, the big names over there.
Yeah, but it's like, it's tough, man. So everyone who's always saying, Kevin Owens is out, maybe he's working you. Maybe his body language fits the character. You know who I would really be concerned about, though, and we said it last few weeks? Finn Balor might be on his way out.
I don't know. I don't know
either, but...
Where's he going to go? He's not going to go to AEW.
He might go back to New Japan or something.
You think he goes back to Japan?
So that's the only thing. I don't know where you go, but the guy just keeps losing.
I feel like...
He's wrestling good guys to lose to.
I don't want to say this in a disrespectful way to Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a paycheck kind of guy.
You think he's okay with just getting the money now? He's older,
he's getting
successful,
older. He's
married.
He's had his runs. He's been world champion. He's been NXT champion.
Is there anything wrong with that?
No, not at all. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to sound disrespectful, but... Does he care about making his own stories in AEW? I don't know. He might. I really don't know. Yeah. But the attitude that he gives off a lot of times is that
he just doesn't
care. He'll do what he does and make his money and be okay.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah. So I think he sticks around. And I don't think he goes to AEW.
I don't want these guys to leave. No, I'm a WWE homer, of course. They're all super talented. But, we'll see how it goes.
And same thing. I know, Finn isn't winning anything right now. Went from Roman, King of the Ring finals, to the Survivor Series.
And now Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not a bad
I understand,
either.
But the thing is, too, you got to understand, not everyone can be champion.
There's 2 big belts to go around.
There's 2 belts.
And Finn...
And there's 8 people that could, honestly, you could convince me deserve them, right?
Yeah. And Finn, to, his credit, he's maybe a step above Intercontinental U.S. title now. And, he's not quite John Cena, where if he goes and does it, it brings back, this level of credibility. So he's kind of, unfortunately, in that limbo where he's got to be in the main event picture or... doing something.
But at the same time, and I know he didn't want to for that long, but he just got back.
Yeah.
He got back in like August.
That's true. He did come back from NXT.
Just got back.
Where he was champion.
And went right to Roman.
Yeah.
I don't know what you could really be bad about.
Yeah. You're right.
You can't just strap him up.
Yeah, that's kind of a recency thing, I guess. Then you just see him on TV losing, you're like, ah.
But he just got back.
Yeah, you're right.
So, give it time. If he keeps losing like this, I'd be like, well, maybe he should win a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Speaking about the two big dogs, though,
let's get to it.
Let's get to the main event.
Roman and Big E.
So
I thought it was a perfectly fine match.
I rewatched it. We were there again, of course, but you miss some things when you're there.
Yeah, because you try to watch the ring.
Right.
Like, you don't want to just stare at the TV, because then why am I paying for a ticket?
Exactly. So I'm watching the ring, and we had, really good seats. So we're watching the ring, and you miss some things, but I noticed on the rewatch, Roman started taking at that, like, Big E hurts the knee right away. Mm-hmm. He does the body splash onto the apron, bangs his knee. And then it starts working the knee all night. And then when Roman gets the finish, he takes the knee out, hits a spear. And I'm like...
Watching it live, I'm like, that was weird.
Yeah, watching it live, it was like, why did he kick the leg out for the spear, and why did that work? But now, rewatching it, and I see it on Peacock that Roman has been targeting the knee, it's like, got it.
Yeah,
makes
makes
sense.
a lot more sense. Yeah.
So, like, for the match, the way the match played out, good in-match storytelling, good in-ring storytelling. Mm-hmm. Big E, to your credit, you said he's going to deliver. Roman brings people to that next level. This was one of Big E's best matches. But, there's always a but. He's not at that level. He's not Roman.
I think, hopefully, and I hope WWE can do this, I think this should set him on the path to be. I think this could explode Big E, that match, to be a great champion. Because he kind of started it off with his promo, and he continued it in Monday night.
Yeah.
There should be no more Mr. Nice Guy with Big E. It was, he attacked the New Day. It was fun. I was pissed off, and, I was mad you came in my family, and I lost.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been more personal, and you still beat me.
Yeah. I think...
Now I want this, aggressive, Big E, this. I want him to, I really don't like this, but if you're going to keep Big E as champion, this is how I want you to do it. I want him to dominate Seth Rollins. If he's going to stay champion, I want him to dominate Seth Rollins.
Yeah. And for me, I just don't want that. I just want him to lose.
But if you're going to lose, that's fine.
I know what you're saying.
If you're going to make him win, he should dominate him. Yeah. I don't mean squash him. But it should be a handy victory.
Yeah. Win clean over Seth
Rollins. Win clean, aggressively beat him down.
Yeah. So I think based on how Monday night went, I don't think they're going your direction.
No, I don't think so at all.
So the promo, sure. Big E tried to do it himself. The promo's good. You talk about how, passionate you are, everything.
Let a lot of people down.
Yeah, didn't get it done. They put Austin Theory right to the main event. Not that Austin Theory's getting the belt, but they put him right to the main event.
Into him getting the belt.
I thought, to be fair, when the show opened, I was like, oh my God, they're taking the belt off Big E.
Yeah.
And then they announced Austin Theory. I was like, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah.
But in the match, Austin Theory was going to win. And then he got distracted by looking at Kevin Owens and Seth, which makes no sense. Why would you get distracted at that? But it looked, all the stars were aligning that if the match was going to be clean, it was Austin Theory.
But I think that fits the story of Big E. It's, now this has me distracted. Now I almost lost my belt to a new kid.
I mean, we'll see what he does this Monday coming up.
Yeah. I think this Monday is going to be very important.
But I think they won't even talk about it. I think they won't even mention it.
Which is really a shame.
Yeah.
Because I think that could be a really good story for them.
It's also Big E with the hurt knee didn't sell the knee injury.
Not at all. Yeah, you got to sell the knee a little better.
Not a single reference to the knee injury
other than
Monday.
The tape.
Yeah. You got to sell it a little bit.
Yeah, you got to sell that a little better, especially the night before.
It's what cost you the match was your knee. Yeah. So you should be selling it. I'm still hurt. And then if you have a close match with Theory, you're still hurt. I believe it.
Yeah.
But instead, after the match, you throw everybody around. The knee's not even hurting you.
Yeah,
you're squatting down.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
So it's just the little things. Roman would never.
Never.
that's always a go-to.
Roman would never.
Roman would never.
Not a single time would he ever.
And then I guess real quick, you want to talk about NXT?
Yeah, I mean, you should probably lead this one.
Okay, yeah. So NXT opens with Ciampa and Grayson Waller. Dude, you say what you want about these cuts that WWE's making, but these homegrown guys,
they're good.
They are good.
They're really good.
There is a, the cream rises to the top kind of thing happening, and the new guys that are getting the time, that are working, are freaking good.
This is the thing I tried to keep saying last time about the cuts. Like, they're not cutting people that they're using. And I know that's kind of crappy to say.
Right.
Like, they know what they have.
Right.
They're not going to cut people they're not going to cut Seth. Like,
yeah. Like, a lot of the guys that got cut, we saw things we liked in them, but we're fans. You know, we like what we like.
As a business,
you got to.
These people aren't being used. You're paying them for nothing. And that's unfortunate. And like we said, we always say we don't want anybody to lose a job.
But,
that's the last thing we want.
Nature of the beast.
But in the business, that's kind of how it goes.
Right.
So if you have these young guys, and I mean, keeping like a sports context on a low money contract, that are good, and you're gonna keep funneling to the roster.
Yeah.
No reason not to clear space.
And this is not to belabor the cuts, because they happen. I'm sure there's more in the works, whatever.
100%. But there'll be at least one more, I think.
But the fact that the guys they're betting on, the guys that they're making
are
space
showing
for,
up,
are delivering, it kind of justifies it. Like Grayson Waller, the guy was a joke character for the first 3 or 4 weeks of NXT 2.0. Last week, he goes on Lashing Out with Lash Legend, cuts a nuclear promo about indie darlings that, you know, everyone thinks you got to work till you're 50 to get to WWE, and he's like, no, I'm here now. Comes out, puts on, I mean, it was match of the night versus Ciampa. It was definitely match of the week so far. It was better than anything on Raw. I mean, the guy, he went with Ciampa. There's nothing else to say. The guys they bet on are delivering every week, week in and week out. I mean, you had Andre Chase, right? Andre Chase doesn't wrestle. He has a backstage little vignette.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
And again, we hated him.
Yeah.
We hated Andre Chase.
But he's hilarious.
He was the best segment in television.
Yeah, it's must-see TV because it makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Then all right, I'll skip forward a little bit because we get to the main event. And sure enough, you know, it's a great match again. A triple threat for the North American title. We got
with three tremendous talents.
You got Johnny, you got Pete Dunne, you got Carmelo. And Carmelo can hang with the top guys.
100%. He proved that before
he proved it with Cole, but he can hang with the top guys.
He wrestled Kushida too, didn't he?
Yeah. Another good one. And then, of course, the match ends, all hell breaks loose, and War Games is set up just as my esteemed co-host here had predicted.
3 weeks ago, called the teams.
Old school versus new school.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome.
I think that will really tell you how good NXT 2.0 is.
And if it's anything like the way they've been doing week in and week out, where it's the singles matches, it's going to be freaking good.
It's going to be really, really good.
Better than last year, and last year was phenomenal.
Really good last year.
Like,
I think the women's will be worse than last year.
Oh boy. So
the problem was like last year you had 8 like really good women going.
You had 8 strong women going.
Really strong women going.
So let me just run it back.
What was it last year? It was like Shotzi, Candice, Io, Dakota, Raquel.
I can't remember the exact roster.
I don't remember the other.
They showed it on this week's too, and I just can't remember. But yeah, they went. But this year, and this is, I feel like I'm burying them, but like the women's champions aren't all that talented. Like I like Mandy. I like her as a champion.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it. Mandy's not very good.
No, she's not very good.
She's not very good.
She does she's serving her purpose. They wanted a little more edgy NXT. They wanted to attract a different audience, so they put, you know, Mandy with the belt. Sure. The tag champs, JC Jane and Gigi, they're fine.
I think they're pretty good.
They're fine.
I think they're good.
They're definitely not bad. They're fine, I think. Good maybe is the bar.
But I mean that's another just tag team problem in WWE in general.
Why is Dakota Kai brain dead? Why is she a literal
I don't
lunatic?
understand what her character is
she's a schizo.
now.
She's like
they needed to at least address that though.
No, I'm
like
sure
they never
get to
addressed what that is.
I'm sure they'll get to it.
How that happened or why that happened.
They definitely will. It's just it's stupid. It doesn't work.
Weird.
And then as you predicted again, the fourth woman is Kaylee Ray. Mm-hmm. If it sounds stupid, but if the women's champions are the ones left standing, it will make no sense. Because the 4 women are far better on the other side.
You have 2
Raquel Io,
2 former
Kaylee Ray. 3
NXT
of the
women's
greatest
champions.
women's champions NXT's ever seen.
The longest reigning NXT UK women's champion. Yeah. And who's the last one? and Cora Jade, who is your next star.
And she beat Mandy, by the way.
Yeah, she's your next women's champion.
Yeah. So
other than maybe Kaylee Ray, we'll see.
Yeah.
But, like, one of your next 2 women's champions.
Yeah. So the women's War Games, I don't foresee it being good.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if it'll be bad, but it might just be a,
It'll be an okay match.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll be something that happens.
Hopefully it doesn't run too long. Give me
I hope it surprises me.
It might.
I would love that.
It might. But
I don't see it happening.
Yeah. But yeah, that's NXT is trending up. It's just always
very good.
Up.
Very, very good.
They set up Joe Gacy versus Roderick Strong for the Cruiserweight title.
Joe Gacy's not 205.
No, he is not. But Odyssey Jones 405 Live. So
yeah, but he never fought for the belt at least.
No, true. Well, no, he did. Remember, he came out when Roddy did the open challenge.
Nah, but no.
That was for the belt.
That wasn't for the belt.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, there's that.
See what happens. One more week before War Games.
Yeah, one more week before War Games. Oh, and the last one, we'll just wrap up NXT really quickly. We got a hair versus hair match.
Yes.
Hair versus hair match announced. I feel like one of these guys has a little bit more to lose than the other.
I would think so.
But
I feel like Duke with the slick bean would be mad funny.
It would be a funny guy to look at.
It'd be funny, yeah.
I'm kind of the idea that Cameron Grimes loses.
He kind of looks good like this.
I don't hate it.
I think he looks good.
He looks fine, yeah. He looks well kept. I think he loses, though. I think the hair is gone.
You think? Yeah. He's going to have the slick bean looking like H?
That's my early prediction, is that Cameron Grimes
he's going to look like retired H?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess a happy note to wrap you guys, into the holiday season for Thanksgiving. They said Triple H is doing well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Good.
Heart health, good health. He'll be back around soon.
He'll be in the Ring of Mania.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully H hung it up.
Stay retired, man.
Let's not mess with the heart. But
yeah.
Okay. Last point. Last point. Not about NXT at all. 2 episodes in on season 2 of Ruthless Aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, man.
I haven't watched any of them, even the first season.
It's your homework. You got to go watch it.
I got homework this week.
When I tell you WWE doesn't miss on documentaries.
Their documentaries and their video, their non-video
wrestling
stuff are phenomenal. Every single one. Even the wrestler ones,
it's a production.
The CM Punk one is great.
Yeah.
The Randy one's great. Triple H one's great.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
So if you guys are bored over this extended weekend, hopefully you guys are off for the whole weekend. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, enjoy. Watch a little Ruthless Aggression.
It's good. Aggression.
Very good. I think that wraps us up.
Wraps it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe down below.
Yeah.
Comment. Let us know. We had a lot of comments in the last one. So a lot of interaction. Let's keep that up.
We love it.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. @RestTold_pod.
Yep.
We're on YouTube, obviously.
Yep.
Apple Podcasts. Yep. Spotify. Whatever you guys feel like streaming.
Yeah. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a good one.
Thanks for tuning in and
watch
hanging
a
out with us.
gobbledygooker match.
Oh yeah.
Watch one gobbledygooker match. I don't know where they are. You'll find one.
Yeah.
But watch
Google
one.
it.
Yeah. Gobbledygooker match.
Yeah. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.